Hello, how are you? My name is Lara. What's yours? Okay, I'm happy to meet you. Okay, I'm doing this for the very first time. I decided to do this instead of the usual type. I've seen this on a few friends' walls, and I decided to copy, and do the same thing today. So let me just share a thought with you that stayed with me for 2 months plus now, I think. Yep. And here goes. I was driving one hot afternoon in Abuja, and there was a car in front of me, and for a while I couldn't overtake that car because the driver um, left the indicator on, and it indicated that it was going to turn to the left. The indicator here means trafficator, what we call trafficator. And then it went on, and then I kept a pace behind the driver, excuse me, not being able to overtake because I needed to, because I was going to work. So after a while, it occurred to me that the driver probably was not going to turn to the left, that he probably left the indicator on mistakenly. So I pulled over, drove beside him, pulled over beside him, and then went on my horn. Pa, 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 pa. And then he looked at me and was like, what? And then I told him, your indicator is on, put it off. You almost didn't make me, overtake you and all that. And then he looked at his dashboard and he discovered that the thing was on, and then he put it off and, thanked me, and I waved to him, bye-bye. Good girl. I just corrected someone, and life continued, and then I drove on. Just shortly before I got to work, somebody, a gentleman, pulled over beside me and then rolled down his the side window and went, so I turned and was like, what's the problem? And I rolled down mine as well, and then he said, your trafficator is on, you are causing confusion. So I looked at my dashboard, and lo and behold, my indicator was on, and I put it off and thanked him, and I was very humbled. Why? Because I just did the same thing I corrected somebody about. I did the same thing and almost caused an accident. That realization, that message stayed with me for a very long time, and it still does. You see, sometimes when we have the opportunity to correct people, it's not because we're better than them. It's just because at that moment, at that point in time, we're just opportuned, to see what is wrong, and we are positioned at that time to correct it. Not because we are good, not because we're better than the people we're correcting, because, hey, I did the same thing. I even did probably worse than the person I corrected. So when we look at people and we try to remove the specks in their eyes, most of the time, ladies and gentlemen, we don't only have logs in our eyes, we've got a mountain in there that also needs to be removed. So whenever you find yourself correcting someone, use that opportunity to also assess your own life, assess what you're doing, and be sure that you're just in line yourself. The reason why we are opportuned to correct, to see what is wrong and to correct what is wrong, is not because we're better. It's because, correct what is wrong and then use that to check yourself. Okay, so that stayed with me. That message, for a long time, just kept coming up, and stayed with me, and still stays with me. And then I decided to share it with you this morning. I hope it makes sense to you, and I hope that with these very few points of mine, I've been able to convince you that, blah 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 blah. I hope it makes sense anyway. Thank you for listening. God bless you.